So the film starts with a couple who were both friends. The girl's name was Margot. She was waiting for a boat to come, because she was actually going to go to a very big chef's hotel to try all his dishes. His hotel was on an island, where rich people from all over the world used to come and taste his dishes. But this time the chef himself invited them to come there, because today he wanted to show them some big events. He was going to do something special. When Margot and her friend reach there, they see that a lot of people have come there. All of them are very famous and big people. One of them was a woman who was a senior and used to check the food. And when Margot sees this rich man from the couple, she hides. It felt like she already knew him. A dish is served for eating. After eating it, everyone is very happy, because he himself was made by that senior chef. Because everyone reaches that island, where the chef's hotel was, and there, the chef's friend welcomes all of them. When she sees Margot, she understands that Margot is not her wife. So the chef's friend asks Margot's friend, "Why didn't your wife come with you?" About which he does not talk much. He says that she is my wife. So the chef's friend says, "Okay, she is your wife. By the way, I know that she is not your wife, but it is your wish. If you have come to her place for this, then there is no problem." After this, all of them are taken ahead, where the same people were going to that hotel. The chef's friends give them a tour of the whole place, which means there are shows everywhere. On the way, they see the chef's house. Everyone asks him, "What is this?" She says that this is the chef's house, but no one is allowed to go here. Whether it is a customer or a worker, no one can go here. The senior chef also comes, who is telling the other chefs how to do it, means how to cook any dish. Now, seeing him, all the heroes are very happy, because he was a very big chef. The senior chef looks at Wanget in a very strange way, because he knew that Wanget was not on the list of our guests, but she still came. Then the chef goes in front of everyone, and says that this is the first dish I am going to present to you. Present. Don't eat that dish with a full stomach, you just have to taste it, and tell how it is made, because apart from that, we have many other dishes. After eating it, all the people started talking to each other, and we can see that the chef is very polite. But one more thing, he is listening to everyone. Then the chef starts preparing another dish, in which bread should have been included. But the chef tells him that today he is going to do something different. "Without bread, I will give you that dish. After eating it, you will know how it tastes." Jayatinda, the business lady, calls the chef's companion to her, and asks him for bread. Then she says that you have not heard. The chef has refused to provide bread, and if it is his order, then the bread will not be given to you. Then that man says, "Listen to me, girl, I will give you all that money, just make me sit," which she still refuses to listen to. All three were very surprised, thinking that everything is happening here by the chef's will. Now when the chef sees that Malgut has not eaten anything, he goes near and says, "Why are you not eating anything?" Then Malgut says to him, "Bring some food on top. If there is something to eat here, then why don't I eat? I can't eat your food." Hearing this, the chef feels very strange, and writes a death sentence in anger, because he wanted that my food be eaten by someone who had come here. After his death, Malgut looks at the old man very carefully. Then his wife also noticed this thing, that Malgut is looking at my husband with one eye. That's why she asks her husband, "After all, why is that girl looking at you so carefully?" Then the old man says, "I don't know. I don't even know why she is doing this." Then he says that our next dish is also ready. All of you have good and bad memories. After saying so much, that dish is served to everyone, which looked like a kind of bread, on which something was written about all of them. Pictures were also made. The old woman looks at the picture of her husband on that dish. In fact, there was a girl with him. Seeing this, he gets angry. He also feels strange. She asks her husband, "Who is this girl?" The old man says that he doesn't know. "I don't know who she is." Now like them, something was made on the rest of the dishes, which was removing the veil from everyone's secrets, due to which the atmosphere of happiness starts getting spoiled. They don't like this thing at all. That's why she decides to raise her voice against it. But then, after going to the washroom, she opens the window and starts smoking. Outside the window, she looks at the chef's companion, who had a very big wing. Now she was watching as the chef came, who had come to talk to him. He asks the cook, "Why are you not trying my dishes?" She says that, "Actually, my heart is not doing anything to eat. That's it and nothing else." Hearing this, the chef asks, "Now tell me your real identity. Who are you, after all? I will find out who you are after all." Now they are told about the next dish, which was made by the chef's companion. But before she serves the dish, first of all, these people go to the white cloth, on which the chef's companion comes and stands, and puts a gun in his mouth, killing himself with a bullet, because he believed that my dish was very unique and that no one could make it except me, and no one made it. Seeing this, all these people get very nervous, and ask the chef, "What are you doing with all this?" On which the chef answers very relaxedly that you guys don't worry at all, whatever is happening here is part of the party, so just enjoy it. Don't worry. Then the chef's dish is given to them. They eat everything, but they feel like they should leave here as soon as possible. The old man gets up quickly, and tells his wife that we should leave from here, but when the couple is about to leave, she stops them, along with the chef and her other companions. She also cuts a finger off the old man in order to force him. Seeing how all these people get very nervous, they went to their own places and sat, because she didn't understand that if we try to run away from here, then these people will kill us too. After listening to the conversation for a while, she goes to the chef and asks him, "What do you want to do here? What is your intention?" On which the smiling chef says, "First, tell me your true identity. Who are you?" "When I tell you what my plan is," she says, "if you tell me, my name is Margot." On which the chef says, "No. You can't be Margot. You were not included in the list of guests coming here. In fact, you have been deliberately put on that list. No one else had to come in your place, but you came here and took his place. You are not a part of our plan, so we are forced to change our plan. And listen. I want to tell you an important thing. If you come here today, all the people will die. We and the guests too. Now it is obvious that you have also come here, so we will die. Now you have to decide if you will live with us, or would you like to live with the customers?" Now, after hearing this, Margot gets very worried. He comes to the chef and tells him, "How do you all confuse our dishes? Every year, you come to make holidays, but you don't have a single bit of doubt about us, and now I will kill you all, one by one, because I know that cooking is so difficult. This work is not as easy as you think." After hearing this, all three businessmen get up immediately, and tell the chef that you know who we are. The owner of this house is our friend. By saying that, we can get you out of here. After hearing this, the chef says, "Why will you work so hard? There will be no need for this." Saying this, he tells him to look out the window, and when he looked out, the owner of this house was there. Behind him, the chef had put big bugs, and now, in front of everyone's eyes, she puts the same bug into her mouth and kills it. By doing this, everyone gets very scared. They understood that the chef is dangerous and crazy too. After a while, Margot goes to the chef to talk to him. She says that you were absolutely right. "Yes, my name is not Margot, but I really shouldn't have been here." After hearing this, the chef says, "Leave these things, just tell me, who would you like to die with?" Margot says, "I need more time to think." After this, the chef takes them all out. He tells everyone that I am giving you a chance to escape from here. The one who has to save his life has hidden himself here, but if my workers catch you, you will have to come back. With this, all the men run away from there and hide, and the chef's companion starts looking for them. With the chef's companion, she takes all the women inside and serves her dish. After eating this, she starts falsely praising her. After hearing this, she becomes very happy, but where people were hiding, everyone got caught. After this, everyone is called back to the hotel. This chef comes to Margot's friend, and she tells everyone that I had invited him to come with his wife, but he did not come with her. In fact, this girl has brought Margot with her, who is not a good girl, and this old man, who was rich, has also stayed with him. The chef respects his friend even more. It says that when you knew that this girl was like this, then why did you bring her here? Because of the plan in which she was not included, you will definitely get punished for it. He immediately picks her up and puts on the chef's clothes, and tells her to cook. Margot's friend does not cook, but the companion was crying a lot because she was being insulted. That's why he kills himself. After a while, Margot goes to the chef and says, "I am with you, I need things. For this, I have to go to your house." After hearing this, the chef tells his companion to give him the keys to my house because he is also one of us now and will be with us. Now Margot takes the keys and goes to his house, and sees that the chef is crazy about cooking. The passion has now become madness. Then the chef's companion also comes here, who tells Margot that the chef has sent me here to kill you. She says so much. She attacks Margot, then she stops his company and snatches the knife from him, and on the contrary, she attacks him, due to which she dies. Then Margot runs away from there. She goes to the chef's room and sees that he is married, and she had a child. And the chef liked to make cheeseburgers a lot. He used to do that the most. He also sees a radio here, through which he sends a message so that someone can come here to help him. When Margot comes back, the chef sees blood on his hands. He understood that he had killed my companion. As soon as he gets the radio message, an inspector comes there, who came to see if Hassan was okay or not. He came there. He is very surprised to see all the guests, because they were all his favorites, whom he liked, and the famous star there was also his favorite. That's why the inspector asks for his autograph, on which he also gives the autograph, but he had written there, "Help us," that is, "Help us." Hearing this, the inspector takes out his gun and points it towards the chef, and says there is no cunningness, move back. Then the inspector shoots, but the trouble is not the bullet, but the eye, because it was a matchstick gun, after which he shakes hands with the chef, who sees that everyone understands that he is also a chef. He is just making fun of them. Margot wanted to get out of here somehow, because she knew that the last dish was being made, and if I stay here, I will die with everyone. She tells the chef that I am hungry now. You make something else for me, which the chef tells her to say. What do you want to eat? Margot says, I want to eat a cheeseburger, because she knew that the chef likes to make cheeseburgers because her daughter used to teach her a lot about cooking, and this was found out by Margot when she went to the chef's house. The chef makes a cheeseburger for Margot with great love, because what she had asked for. She says that your burger is so delicious that eating one bite has filled my stomach. You do this, pack the rest of the dishes and burgers. I will go to my house. Hearing this, the chef does this. He packs some dishes and hamburgers and gives them to her, which takes Margot out of there immediately. The chef also does not stop her, let her go. That's why she let her go, because she was the first, who had praised her dish so much, because the chef wanted everyone to eat her dishes, and always remember her, good and bad. People like every dish, after which he serves the rest of the dishes to himself, which he spreads on the ground. He puts on everyone's chocolate caps and sets them on fire, by which all the chocolate melts and goes into their eyes. Immediately, there is a big explosion there, because there was a box there too, in which everyone is killed. Margot takes the inspector's boat and leaves when she sees the fire burning. She writes a cheeseburger story very easily, and with this, the movie story ends here.